Well, hi. Today is Tuesday, August 26, 2025. I'm Todd Studer, and this is Morning Coffee. I've been talking about it for a while, and today is the day. Bryce Taylor from GLI Insurance Group in Crescent and I have been bringing you restaurant reviews, and the next one is coming up today. And also, if you go back, well, it's probably been a couple of months ago now, I did a show on some of the top rated restaurants in Council Bluffs, and this was based on your ratings. We had AI do a deep dive into it, and the number one restaurant actually surprised me. Not that it's a bad restaurant, it's a good restaurant, but I was just surprised that so many people knew about it, and it was La Carreta Rosa, a Mexican restaurant that is on South Main in Council Bluffs, and that's where we went. So that is coming up today on Morning Coffee. If you need precision metal fabrication done right, look no further than Foxco Fabrication in Council Bluffs. From custom welding to large-scale manufacturing, we're bringing your ideas to life with expert craftsmanship and cutting-edge technology. Whether it's industrial, commercial, or custom fabrication, they're going to get the job done on time and built to last. Check out some of their projects, some of the signs they make, also some marketing items that you can get by going to foxcofab.com. And do you or does someone you love need in-home care? Home Care Advocacy Network helps you maintain your own privacy in your own space while still receiving care and support with a personalized touch. Aging in place is critical for many people. Home Care Advocacy Network can meet those needs with an understanding that assisted living is best at home. HCAN of Southwest Iowa, bringing the personal touch to care at home. Visit hcan.com/Southwest Iowa to learn more. It's another restaurant review / highlight. I don't know, do we even call these reviews anymore, Bryce? Or is this...
Yeah, no, there's not a whole lot of reviewing. It's puff pieces. Is that what they call them?
Yeah, that might be it too. All right, this is Bryce with GLI Insurance Group and also the founder of the Council Bluffs Food Lovers page. Several months ago, I did a feature on the best reviewed restaurants in Council Bluffs. And we
with
did
ChatGPT.
with ChatGPT. Right? So with AI that I was using, we did a deep dive, and it took a lot of different criteria into mind, such as number of positive reviews, reviews overall, and just the amount of people that were contacting. And surprisingly, there was a restaurant in town, been around for a long time, but I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah.
And it's La Carreta Rosa, which is where we are at today. And we had to do a little bit of dancing around to try to find a place to be
little musical tables.
True,
and it's filling up.
And it's filling up very quickly. I mean, as we're recording this for lunch, it's what is it? Not even after 11 yet. That's already filling up.
Yeah.
And there's this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tables in here.
Yeah.
It's not a big place at all. However, anybody that eats here seems to be compelled to review it.
Yeah,
because they just enjoy it.
So they're just killing it on the Google algorithms. Is that them?
It's Google, it's Facebook, it's
what were those criteria? Do you remember what those criteria?
One was positive reviews, number of reviews. They found well over 500 reviews just on this place.
Yeah,
and really, I mean, they're all positive because this is one of those that's kind of you call it a hole in the wall kind of place that is not very big, but
it's special.
They do, and they do everything so well here.
Yeah.
And I've never had anything bad all the way down to the very first time that I came in. I ordered the taco lunch special, and he said, "Do you want those Mexican style or American style?" I didn't know what he meant. Well, American style is going to have the cheese, the lettuce, the sour cream, the tomatoes.
Yep.
And Mexican style was
pico, is it? Or
onions and cilantro.
Yep.
That was it. Onions and cilantro. And I said, well, I'm here, so let's get it that way.
Yep.
And boy, were they good.
Oh, yeah.
So the next time I came in, I got an American style, just as good, but in a different way.
Yeah.
So we're going to be ordering here in just a little bit, and have you even picked out?
I have no clue. I mean, I'm eyeballing like some ceviche here. Looks good for starters. I mean, you just don't see a lot of ceviche as an appetizer, but everything looks good. They do breakfast.
Yes, they do breakfast here too. Yep. They open at 10, but they do breakfast, and I've gotten breakfast out of here before, which was also good. So I mean,
like you said, the hole in the wall not really fair. They've been around for
Yeah.
many years, and they just make this little 10 table spot work, 8 table spot work.
I think I am. Are you ready?
We can
Right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to get your tacos yucatan, please.
Okay.
Is it possible to get those on corn tortillas instead of
Yep.
flour? If you could do that, that'd be great. Thank you.
All right.
What can you tell me about the carnitas? How's that come?
With
Just
beans and rice and tortillas.
perfect. I'll do that.
Corn or flour.
Uh, can I do a mix?
Okay.
And then can I try is that per tamale?
Mhm.
You want to try tamale?
Yeah, yeah.
Can we do a couple of
Yeah, get a couple of
tamales?
tamales, too. Yeah. Sounds good.
All right.
All right.
Thank you very much. That's actually a different gentleman working the front there.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
usually have seen it here before. There was always an older gentleman, but I've seen a couple of people now working behind the table or
Yeah,
behind the
yeah.
counter up there. So
Yeah, it used to be one guy.
there was one guy up front,
Yeah.
one guy in the back.
Yep.
That was it.
Yeah, we've been coming here off and on for ever since we found the place. And like you said, it's hidden enough that you can usually come in and get a seat and yeah, get after it. Because I mean, I already had a bite of the salsa here. This salsa looks pretty good.
Yeah,
It looks really fresh.
yeah, it is. It's really good salsa.
Yep. I don't know if we can see that, but that salsa,
Right.
best looking salsa. And it's got a little heat off the one bite I had.
Touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not overly powerful, but it's
No,
got a little bit.
no,
It's got a
no.
little bit. But yeah, I've been coming here since I worked across the street a few years ago.
Yep.
And it's been one of my favorite places in town to come to.
Yeah.
The other great thing about this is back when I was still doing radio, we had this huge snowstorm. I got snowed in the parking lot. It got about like 8 or 9 inches.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm getting out. You've seen what I drive, low profile. car.
Yeah.
And
I'm looking at it right now
right,
through the window.
so I couldn't. There's no getting out. However, he was open over
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
so I was able to go through the snow to get over here and got something to eat because I was stuck
Yeah,
at work
yeah.
for about 12 hours, and that's what I just love about this
Yeah.
place.
No,
Yeah.
and like I said, it was 11:15 when we started recording, and there was only one other person when I got here, and now
Yeah.
there's only 2 open tables.
Yeah, it fills up
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
quick. It's a great deal. It's very inexpensive. It's down here in South Main and Council Bluffs, in case that you haven't stopped by. And you can drive right past it without even realizing
Yeah.
what you're doing.
Yep.
And the first thing that I noticed, and I asked him, I said, "Oh, you changed your door handle. That's different than the last time." Because
Well-
it's a really old school kind of place.
And looking across the street, it looks like they're trying to revitalize a building across the street here
a lot
on
of that
Main.
going on in South.
We
Main.
got Bambi, who you had
Yeah.
on right down the street. I'm
Yeah,
gonna stop and see her actually when we're done.
So am I.
Yeah.
Bambi's Green Acres Natural Market.
Yeah.
And she is one of my favorite people.
Yeah.
To,
Well, it was actually your video, and I'll give her your video. Was that a local or was that morning coffee?
that was on local roots.
Okay.
So this is a morning coffee, but that was on local
Yep,
roots.
yep. So I was giving that a watch, and I'm guilty of ordering a few supplements off
Right.
of Amazon, and I'm just like, why don't I just go talk to Bambi and say, hey, this is exactly what you talked about, right? So
Right.
this is what I'm taking. What do you think, and what do you have as a different
Yeah, I think that
that's
and
local that I can
Right.
go and help and support?
And I've talked before about it that when you meet Bambi, you've met her friend, and she's going to know
Yeah,
you from now
yeah,
on. That's
yeah.
how that works. And she and I just hit it off instantly
Yeah.
the first time that I went in there. So that's just another example. Whether it's your shop in
Mhm,
Crescent with
mhm.
GLI Insurance Group, Bambi's over here, or a lot of different places, that it's the smaller organizations that we have
Yep.
that what make up this community and it's what keeps it strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the fact that you are there in Crescent in this tiny
Mhm.
town, but I bet you get traffic
Oh, yeah.
through your door.
Yeah, yeah. It's I've often said even I'd love to be in Council Bluffs, but that Old Lincoln Highway, that sign I have on Old Lincoln Highway, I'm sure there are reports, but there's a lot of traffic that goes through that town,
Yeah.
and that's what makes it. That's what That's what makes Crescent.
There's a reason why there's so many restaurants there
Yep,
too, because there is that much traffic that
Yep,
goes through,
yep.
and it's kind of the best of both worlds for you. I
Yeah.
think.
So what else have you been up to? I know you went to the fair last week. You've talked about that a lot, but we haven't talked about where this is a food
Right.
this group, so we need to talk about the
Let
food
me
at the fair.
talk to you about the fair. It was kind of a pork year this year.
Okay, all right.
So as soon as we got there, because I'll start with the negative. And again, I told this story that from the time that I got onto university until the time I pulled into the parking lot, 2 hours, and we've gone about a mile and a half.
No.
So having said that, it just kind of started everything on a bad note.
Yeah.
And we were both frustrated with the people and the traffic and everything else. And then I met this wonderful man on the tram. And he instantly stood up so Diane could have a place to sit down. And Diane knew that if somebody does that, you don't turn. I mean, because he's making an effort for that, so you want to make sure that you honor that. And I reached out and I shook his hand, and he told me about being from Traer and about retired and truck driver, but still drives part time for his son who's farming, and it turned everything around. So now we get to the fairgrounds, and we're hungry because the idea we were thinking we were going to get there about 9:30.
Yeah, and it's now almost.
And so we're looking around, and there's already lines starting at some of the bigger sit-down places. So we said, let's just grab something small, and maybe we can just kind of small eat our way all the way around the fair. Grab what they called a bacon wrapped rib on a stick. Now it wasn't an actual rib. It seemed like it was a pork cutlet that was cut into about rib style. With that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And it was wow. It was really good.
Yeah.
And then we walked down and I think we went ahead and got on the overhead chair ride.
Yep.
Just because that's part of the fun.
The experience. Yep.
And then so we rode it one way and walked back, and then went to, I forget what it's called. It's not the pork producer's tent, but there's another one there that serves smoked pork chops. So we had that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not the smoked pork chop that you get at the grocery store. This was not that.
No disrespect to Fairway.
No, none at all.
These we're talking about.
They just know how to cook pork at the state fair.
It's something about it's the freshness, probably.
And it was so tender and taken off. You know how you can overcook pork really easy. It was taken off at the exact right time. And then after that, we had a couple of shakes. They had the butter cow shake. It was one of the new things. Diane had that at the same place. They had a key lime shake. So I got that. Wow. Another thing. Just wonderful. So the fair food, it lives up to the hype.
I heard they had there was a place that had lobster rolls, Dom Perignon.
That was it was like a $600
lobster roll,
$600 meal, and
it sold out of it.
And
sold out of
enough people were doing it,
and that's cool. That's just something that, I mean, if the people can afford it, you don't think of going to the Iowa State Fair and eating a lobster roll. You do think of the pork,
right?
And they've nailed the pork. But a lobster roll with caviar, and they sell out of the lobster rolls.
As when we were there, they were doing the Bill Riley talent search. So Bill Riley Jr., his son, is the one that's been doing that for a long time. I think senior. I think he passed away a while back, and it was just old school. It was just what it.
I haven't been in a few years, but I when you're in your, I'll say 20s and 30s.
Yes.
Yep. Perfect.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, I don't have to tell this story because these just showed up and they look amazing.
I think you can kind of see them there on camera.
Some tamales here.
Yeah, this was not what I was expecting.
No.
But
let's eat these tamales and we can pick up the conversation here later. But let's. Or you want to just do a bite on?
Well, I'm thinking. Let's go ahead and
give it a.
The other thing I really like about this place is the homemade sour cream that they do. Oh, it's just it's unique. It's to me, it's unlike anything else that I've ever
Pork.
had.
Pork tamale.
Yeah, that's what this is. Oh, then we're uh
Chicken? No.
I had the Yucatan tacos.
Oh yeah.
That's what those are?
Yeah.
That's
I
perfect.
think this with chicken.
Oh,
Okay.
that's okay. That's okay. We got these in now too. Yeah, they're quick. I mean, with all these people in
Yeah.
here, they've been pulling out food here for a while. All right, we got to take a bite of this
We
tamale.
gotta start eating.
Oh.
We're gonna be here all day.
Yeah, you can tell. This was just made.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
this was
amazing.
just made.
The sauce is
Yeah.
Carnes carnitas.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Do you like lemon, or is there something else I could get you guys?
I'm good right now.
I'm just enjoying it.
Yeah,
It looks
good.
great. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Well, it's yeah, the tamales are the sauce is fresh, everything is just really, really good. Um and you can tell it's like, to me, this place tastes authentic. You know, this is what it's intended to be. No offense to the ones with the drive-throughs, but
You're not gonna hear much talking out of me right now.
all right. Right.
No, those are. I've never had a tamale
Yeah.
from here before,
Right. Neither have I.
and that is great.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Then I got the just the carnitas plate. Look at that carnitas, slow cooked,
Yeah.
rice and beans, and
Somebody's been at that
tortillas. So,
Perfect.
and you had what did you have?
The Yucatan tacos. So it's got avocado, it's got the sour cream, tomatoes, lettuce,
And then you got
and
the corn.
chicken. And I got corn tortillas instead of flour. Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
All right.
well, let's dig in.
Well, I say we go ahead and eat.
All right.
All right. Magic of editing. We'll be right back.
Yep.
Well,
Wow.
the food is done. The plates are clear. The stomach is pushing up against.
Yeah, it's a lot tighter in here than it was before.
So
Oh my gosh, it was
great meal though. Great meal again.
it was we're doing good on the food part of picking these locations. I mean, Juanito's, Mofish, Henry's, the Mile Away here. I mean, we're really diversifying what Council Bluffs has to offer, showing what
so.
the diversity that Council
Right.
Bluffs
I
has.
think so. And we're just getting started because
Yeah.
there's so many great places
Yeah.
to be able to eat in town. Once upon a time, and you and I talked about this before, it wasn't that long ago that it was hard to find a place in town that wasn't a chain.
Yep.
But that's changed.
Yep.
And we have a lot of independently owned restaurants now
Yeah.
that I am a huge fan of.
Yep.
And I think about, when Ruby Tuesdays left, and then it sat empty for a long time, and then Jake came in with Home Team
Yep.
Cookout,
Yep.
and it's taken him a while to gain some traction, but now he's doing
Yeah.
great guns over there. I see
Yeah,
big
kudos
guns.
for him for sticking through. He grinded on social media promoting and tried stuff, didn't work, I'm sure, tried stuff that worked. I'm sure was frustrated. And it's good to see a local
Yeah.
guy make it like that.
Yeah,
you know?
and there's a lot of other places too to visit to
Yeah.
sit down and have a good meal and have a good conversation.
So it's funny, you get into the weeds of Council Bluffs Food Lovers Group here again, what you were talking about local. So I have a question, and from time to time, people get a little huffy about it. When they sign up, they have the option, one, to give me an email address. Obviously, my goal is to use that for marketing purposes. And then I ask what their favorite restaurant is in Council Bluffs. And you get a wide variety. And when I get a good number, I'll probably put out kind of what is top and what's not. And I feel like if I get, no disrespect to the Longhorns, the Texas Roadhouses, but I look at those profiles a little more like, is this a spam or
Is this a manager from that place?
yeah, and I'll let them in, but because you do get some of those, you do get some of the Olive, the chains that are still around. Olive Gardens. Well, why wouldn't you pick Napoli's if it's Italian, in my opinion, or if it's, the steakhouse is tough. There's not really, Pizza King has prime rib and they do serve steak. Places have specials for steaks. There's not
A true steakhouse kind of, as far as an independently
local,
owned,
as far as like
and I don't know.
I wouldn't consider the casinos
yeah, like
necessarily.
360 is,
Yeah.
you know, that's owned by Caesars, is it?
But maybe that's kind of the case everywhere too. I mean, Kansas City have a lot of locally
I
small?
think you can, and you can in Omaha too. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, Omaha,
although is Anthony's closed, right?
Anthony's, yeah. So then you got your Cashios. Is that
Yeah,
Grass?
yeah.
Um, I
So-
suppose you would throw for higher end like a mahogany prime in that, or is that a chain?
That's definitely higher.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can you can spend as much money as you want
Yeah,
to in that place.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, so yeah, this meal was absolutely amazing. I'm gonna ask my wife if she wants to come back here for dinner tonight.
Oh, that's awesome. Coming back twice in a day. That right there tells you just what kind of meal that we had here today.
Yeah,
Oh, I wanted to ask you,
yeah,
well, we had an opportunity. I saw you posting online. Has to be kind of a bittersweet moment for you. that
yeah,
You moved
yeah,
your daughter to
yeah,
college.
yeah. That was really cool.
And
It
it
was
wasn't
really
like
cool.
you moved her just up the street.
No,
You took her all the
no.
way to Cedar
Yeah.
Falls.
I'd never been to Cedar Falls before. Um, you and I never been on campus. We went up for her orientation, and I was blown away by the campus. It seems small, but I mean they're probably the third largest university, I'm guessing, in the state. But everything was so walkable. I'd never even been to the dome before.
Did you
So
go ahead?
no, we didn't go in, but we're going back on Parents Weekend here in a few weeks, and
Well,
we'll catch a game there.
Good. So you're going to get to see a game.
Yep.
It's obviously, a lot of people in Council Bluffs have been there with,
State
know,
football,
yeah, with Louis
St.
Jackson
Hours,
over it.
maybe.
And St. Albert,
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
and St. Albert too. So, but it's to watch Northern Iowa play
Yeah.
there. It's fun.
Yep.
It's a good atmosphere for a game. They'll make some noise in
Yep,
there. It'll get
yeah.
loud. Northern Iowa fans, they kind of get overlooked because
Yeah.
we've got Iowa and Iowa State.
Yep.
We'll talk about that in a minute. But Northern Iowa are passionate. They're passionate about the Patriots.
Yeah. I can see why. I can
They've
see
got
why.
some history.
Seems like a tight knit area up there. The Cedar Falls, Waterloo area seems really tight knit, and I'm excited for our daughter, and that got me thinking on an insurance related note. She's taking a car with her. You should let your insurance agent know, hey, there's a lot of people in my shoes with kids going off to school right now these past weeks. A lot of Facebook posts, a lot of friends going through the same thing. Let your insurance agent know, hey, she's taking a car with her. We got a different garaging address. I don't think it'll necessarily mean anything if there's a claim if you don't, but it'll definitely cut down on your headaches
Right.
if there is.
Yeah.
And it's just easier just to be proactive than reactive in claims. And then also if they're in a dorm or off campus too, renter's insurance for your kid is something that's so cheap that
Yeah, and you don't think, oh, I don't really need that, but if something happens and they have to replace everything that's going on there,
Yep.
and it's going to be really great to have it.
Yeah. And I mean, most of them are maybe max $200-$300 a year for a policy,
year.
for a renter's policy. And it's just going to give you, here again, if something happens, it's better to be proactive
Right.
and have the coverage than wish you didn't. Because, I mean, and those are usually lower deductibles because you're not, on a renter's policy, you're not covering the structure.
Right.
You're covering
Just the belongings.
your belongings and then liability as well. So.
Oh, that's another thing to
Yep,
think about,
yep,
is the liability
yep,
aspect of it, that, this is her first go round
Yep.
being independent,
Yep.
I'm sure.
Yep.
And there's going to be things that pop up that she's not aware of,
Yep.
be new for her. So having
Yeah.
that,
Yep.
base there is going to be.
Yep.
All right. So for anybody that doesn't know, Bryce and I come from different points of view when rooting for college
Yeah.
teams.
And it's such a so there'll already be games by the time this airs. Hopefully, Iowa State's 1-0.
That's true. So by the time this airs, Iowa State will have already played against K-State. So as we're sitting here, we don't know the result.
No.
But we will. By the time I put the rest of the show together, I'll know. So I'll talk about it.
You'll get one up on me on that
Right.
one.
Now, the Iowa State game this year. It's going to be at Jack Trice in Ames.
And Iowa State hasn't won in Ames in
It's been a while since Iowa
It's
State has won
been-
in Ames. That's true.
yes.
Now, this year, Iowa State's going to have 2 games under their belts compared to just one for Iowa.
Yeah.
Will that matter or not? Hard to tell because every team has to work
Yeah.
the kinks out.
Iowa's
And I'm not
just
sure with Iowa State going to Dublin, can you really count that? Because there's so many other things in play. You're going to have the jet lag. You're going to have the exhaustion from, the time is different, and they've had to make that adjustment. Will that play in? And they start to get adjusted to the time coming back for game 2 in South Dakota. So will that be?
I don't know just talking about that game in general. It's cool. It's a cool concept. I don't know that I like my team playing in it. Iowa State left last night. I was following. So Iowa State actually left last night.
Recording.
Well, sorry.
3 days.
That would have been Wednesday night.
Right.
But before this game on Saturday.
That gives them
And then
3
get
days.
in there like in the morning. They'll be there whatever Thursday morning then. So
Right.
odd.
Well,
Start flying to different countries and then
Well, and to the way I understand it, to what it will be for them, it'll be just like a regular kickoff for them, but where they're playing, it'll be going into the evening hours.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Well, so let's stop teasing. So we're gonna put a friendly wager on the Iowa State game.
that's okay. So we don't know where we are going to be doing the
No.
next
No.
review / highlight for restaurants. But what we do know is we'll both be dressed very similarly.
Yeah.
So with a Hawkeye win, we're putting some Hawkeye gear on this guy. And for a Cyclone win, we'll put something Iowa State on.
Might just be a hat. Well, you got it. We'll get a shirt for you.
Yeah.
We'll get it. I'm calling a win, but
You're calling it.
no. I'm just excited to
Think
to
about
get
this though. When was the last time that this game didn't come down to the last possession?
Yep.
This has been one of the best rivalry games in the country as far as I'm concerned. As far as when you look at the competitive nature of it,
Yep.
doesn't matter, what's expected out of each team. Now, Iowa State, there's high expectations on Iowa State this year. There's people, I have heard people picking them to go like maybe with 2 losses total.
Yeah.
So that is out there. Iowa's a little bit of an unknown again this year because
But they're also their Iowa, so it's gonna be
players coming in
it's
that are
gonna
different.
be
But it's still going to be Iowa, and there's still so much.
their defense is gonna be
There's
good.
still so much emotion attached to it, and local Council Bluffs kid Logan Jones. Still he's got another year of eligibility, and he's going to be starting for Iowa.
And I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I thought was there a Garrett Rutledge? Is that correct from LC? I should look it up, and you can edit it out if you need to, or you can keep it if I'm right. But I think he was on 2 deeps at Iowa State, and I think he was from LC.
Okay.
So if you can, like I said, cut this out if I'm wrong or leave it.
Yeah.
I don't care either way, but I believe there was a kid from LC that signed with Iowa State a
With
year
Iowa
or
State.
2 ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think he's like I said, he's on the 2 deep. So for the game that will have already happened when this airs, but
Right.
so maybe even played. Who
Well,
knows?
I made the mistake last year, which, by the way, there's a flyer hanging up here inside of La Carreta Rosa for the Hope Illuminated Gala for NAMI Southwest Iowa. That's coming up on October 11th. Last year, I emceed that event. I had a little time to kill, so I said, all right, let's just find out where we're at. How many Iowa fans do we have? And got some cheers. How many Nebraska fans do we have? And then I forgot to even mention Iowa State. And those people were ready to run me out of that room.
Well, are you doing it again this year?
I am going to be there. I am
Maybe that's
I'm
why.
actually emceeing the entertainment portion this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I've been nominated for a couple of awards for them, which I'm very, very honored about that.
NAMI is a great service to
Yeah.
have in the area.
Yeah, it's critical in my mind
Yep.
that we have this, and you can tell that people support it because the donations are growing. The gala is always a tough ticket to get.
Yep.
So go to NamiSouthwestIowa.org to find yours and join me there. I would love to be able to see you.
Yeah.
And congratulations to all the nominees for their awards. I know some of them. I've already talked to them. I've met a couple of people. You're right. It's just a great organization.
And the other thing you brought up off camera too, before we leave in this is, get out to these mayoral and city council.
Yeah. Yeah, there's events.
Gathering
Yeah,
events
they're
that
meet
they're
and
having,
greets
meet and
and,
greets, yeah, yeah.
ask questions and things like that. So the chamber is going to be putting those on. So you can see all of them listed at councilbluffsiowa.com.
Okay.
It's
yeah.
actually a .com.
Yeah.
If you go to that website, they're all going to be listed there. I think the first one's coming up in September at Tish's restaurant in Council Bluffs.
Yeah.
There'll be some at AL, be at the high school. So we encourage you to get out, ask questions. It's really easy to just zero in on what you believe and then demonize the other side for not believing the same way. I see it already. Yeah, I've seen you doing it. But number one, it serves no purpose because all that you're doing is living in an echo chamber.
Yeah.
So you have to ask yourself, when you're posting online and you're posting this nastiness and you're calling people names and accusing them of different things because they don't believe the way that you do, what's your goal? Is your goal to actually change people's minds, or is your goal to get like-minded people to pat you on the back? Because all you're doing is the second part. That's all it's happening. Yes, very good, sir.
Very good.
Nope, I'm good.
We're good.
I'm good. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So
Yeah, no, that
please,
is unfortunate. With every,
yeah.
I wish there could just be dialogue.
Dialogue is correct. But you don't have to agree, but you also don't have to demonize someone. And I get that we live in that culture and we live in, and the reason for that, let's call it for what it is. The media found out that the more outrage they create, the more people
More
will
views,
click
more
on
clicks,
their stories.
Yep.
You've fallen for it. That's why I don't do that here. I've already talked about
Yep,
it. I
yep.
will never endorse anyone on this show.
No.
When I do candidate interviews, I'm not playing gotcha questions. I am not trying to get across my point of view.
Yep.
Why do you believe this? And why shouldn't people vote for you? That kind of thing. I don't do that.
Just get to know the candidate
I
more than
want to
anything.
meet these people and I want
yeah.
you to meet them
Yep.
that's watching and learn a little bit more about them so you can make an informed decision. I'm not saying that listen, have your mind changed. I'm just saying that understand these people have put their necks out to run,
Yep.
regardless of what you think their reason is. And by the way, you don't know what their reason is.
And they're big leaps. I can only imagine. I've never ran for political office, but I can only imagine sitting there. Right, one, you got to get X amount of signatures to run.
Yeah.
And that right there is just, takes courage,
A lot.
And then just like you said, the negative comments, it's just childish. It's really unnecessary.
You see it a lot on the
We see
Council Bluffs Lovers page
Yeah,
that people
yeah.
want to get nasty about some
Yeah.
restaurant. And well, I had a bad experience there, so that must mean that everyone is going to have a bad
Yeah.
experience there. But stop.
Then here again, it's kind of the way we do these reviews. I'm not going to come to a place and trash it.
No. No.
But I mean, support local, support your politicians, your local. Get behind them and be supportive. Don't be negative.
Right. And there's a way of getting your views across without name calling.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would actually, I would love to put on a debate sometime at whatever level. And the main rule is you're not allowed to mention your opponents.
Yeah.
You can only talk about yourself.
There's a lot of talking points then.
Yeah.
for
You
the
can only talk about yourself. That's what I would love to see. Then let people learn because it shouldn't be about, who's worse. It should be about who's better. And how can you make that decision when all you have is the nastiness flying around? So that's that my little soapbox speech. That's the end of it. But
And I mean, we only get to meet once a month, and I do watch a lot. I try to watch a lot of your videos. How cool it was for you to hit every school too for their fall activities.
yeah.
Was really cool segment. That
Well,
just
and
this
thank
community
you
doesn't
to
have.
ladies
Yeah.
for being
Yeah.
willing to do it.
Yep. I stuck with the Council Bluffs ones. I watched obviously the AL ones. That's where my kids went.
And Jeff's been there a
Going.
long time.
And Jeff's been there forever. Dermody's been at LC for a while. AD for a few years, but he's been there before. And then so who was this? Who was that? Who was the St. Albert's?
Tim Cannon,
the basketball coach.
Yeah, Tim Cannon is a St. Albert alumni. He's in the
Yep.
Hall of Fame as
Yep.
a basketball coach in Nebraska, and came home to his alumni to coach the basketball team. By the way, took them deep into the playoffs last year. They didn't make state, but they made a good run. And also, I mean, that was my first time talking to him. What a great guy.
Yeah.
He was so welcoming and open about, and you could tell his love for St. Albert never left.
Yeah. And then, geez, I mean,
And Luke over at TJ.
oh yeah,
Luke,
He came from. I remember him. Well, I had kids at Kern when he was at Kern,
Right.
And then he went to CJ, and that Wickersham is just great for the community.
Well, and Luke, you could tell he's doing it all for the kids.
Yep.
And giving the kids some pride back in their school and what it is that they're accomplishing. And you're seeing it pay off.
Yep.
You're seeing, I don't count it from wins and losses. I count it more from participation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that you're seeing
Yep.
happen at TJ. So it's good to see.
And then you hit up who else? You hit up Neola.
So yeah, we had Tri Center on, we had Glenwood on. Haven't connected with Trainer yet. And we had Underwood. We had Underwood on. So
Hamilton, or what's his last name? Are there?
yeah, that's it. Tyler Hank.
Tyler. Yeah. Tyler, good kid. Tyler's a good kid.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, Underwood, get out and watch that football team.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because that young man, I think he's going to play baseball in Iowa, and he got signed when he was a freshman.
Yep.
So
And he's a 4.
yeah,
3,
4 years
4.
for starter.
Yeah.
So he's a lot of fun to watch.
Yep.
Tri Center's quarterback is back. The coach isn't. They got a new coach this year,
Yep.
but they got a lot of skill positions back. Their wide receiver tandem is back.
Yeah.
So in Tri Center, not only winning their first playoff game, but winning the state championship last year. And Tri Center and Underwood play each other.
Oh wow.
Tri Center is going against Harlan this year. There's some great games around Southwest Iowa, and we've got so much success going on. And I'm a believer that success breeds success. When people in the area see it, they said, "Oh, we can do that too." And it's been wonderful. It's been such a huge benefit to have the level of success, and the dedication of the coaches, top to bottom. So I'm looking forward to this high school football season. And speaking of which, we can make the announcement now. I've already talked with Travis Waldstein. We're going to start doing some high school football preview shows to talk about that. Travis he knows all this stuff.
Yeah.
So that's going to be coming up very, very soon, actually, because we're going to be starting the 29th.
Yeah.
29th is the first.
So there's
Okay.
scrimmages. I know this coming Friday, a lot of scrimmages, and then so the following Friday, whatever.
Yeah.
a week
So
from
then we're playing football. LC is taking on North Pope.
Heard that.
The last two state champions are playing each other.
And then you're
it's
saying
at
Tri
LC.
Center's tough schedule.
Yeah, Tri Center's got a tough schedule. Underwood's got, playing some tough folks too. Glenwood obviously is always,
Yep. Glenwood's Glenwood.
playing in a tough district, but they hold their own in there.
Yep.
And you never know what, because LC is playing with ADM again,
Yeah.
and ADM is highly ranked.
Yeah.
So
And the other thing, I mean, man, we could start up a whole nother podcast too. Get into is the whole how conference realignment has made its way to the high school area.
well, that's
So-
true. Lewis Central has now joined the Missouri River Conference.
I just
Has
saw
left
last
the
night
Hawkeye
Red
team.
Oak is going to the WIC. Last night I read too.
Red Oak's
with,
going to the
with
WIC.
Shan. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that makes some sense. I think.
Yeah.
I think that makes some sense. So
But yeah, we gotta let these guys go. We're running.
yeah,
we're running.
we're kind of running along. But again, thanks to Carreta Rosa.
It was amazing. Get out here
Great-
if you haven't
great
been
lunch.
here.
Yeah.
If you haven't been here, just give them a visit. Lunch, dinner,
Yep, you bet.
late breakfast.
And thank you for
it's
being
always a
such
good
a
time.
big supporter.
Yeah, always a good time.
All right.
So, yeah.
Where will Bryce and I go next? Well, to be honest, I'm not even sure yet, but we will be somewhere. And if you have suggestions, leave a comment here where you're watching the show, and we might just pick that place. Service Master Restore by Schmader knows it can be hard to get back to normal when you've suffered serious property damage due to flooding, fire, or smoke. You may also be left with all sorts of questions about how to get your home or business back to normal. Service Master Restore by Schmader restores your space by offering quality commercial and residential restoration services in Council Bluffs and the surrounding area. That's Service Master Restore by Schmader. And S&B Country Kennel is the top spot in Southwest Iowa when you need to know your dog will receive only the best. Boarding, daycare, grooming, self-washing, training, and even a membership available to a dog park over an acre in size. S&B Country Kennel also has rescue dogs, so check with them about adoption possibilities. S&B Country Kennel, west of I-29 on Bunkie Avenue, south of Council Bluffs. Thanks again to the good folks at La Carreta Rosa for such a wonderful lunch. Thanks to Bryce for joining me and great conversation. And yes, Bryce was right that Iowa State got that win over Kansas State in Ireland. How about that? It was a great game. And coming up later on this week, we are going to bring you a high school preview show with Travis Waldstein of Air Serv Heating and Air Conditioning. He's going to be on to talk about what the 4 area schools here in Council Bluffs and also some of the other schools as well. He has a pretty good understanding of what's going on, and I'm looking forward to that, including the big game coming up at Lewis Central with the last 2 defending state champions taking the field against each other there at Titan Stadium. Should be a good one. Wrapping up today's show, my name's Todd Studer. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.